Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. This is a quick little fan film review for It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 from Bruce Dale and Dave McRae. Friend of the channel, Dave McRae. I've had the pleasure of doing a video with Dave along with Frank and Darren over at the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast a couple of years ago, which was an absolute hoot. Now, a bit of history. This is a fan film. This is Chapter 2. We obviously had Chapter 1 a couple of years ago. These are legacy sequel fan films to Black Christmas from the 70s. The original Black Christmas film that starred John Saxon, Margot Kidder, Olivia Hussey. Look at this photo here from the original Black Christmas of John Saxon and Olivia Hussey. Look at that scarf. That's a bit of an indication what he's in for in a couple of years' time with another killer. And then we had a 2019 film, which we do not talk about. And then in 2022, Dave and his friend and writing partner Bruce Dale gave us It's Me, Billy Chapter 1, which is a direct sequel to the original Black Christmas film. And now, after all the funding, all the hard work, all the hustling to get this film done and out there, we now have Chapter 2, which is the conclusion to this trilogy, I guess you could say. Now, first and foremost, fan films are hard to make. Trust me, I have been there. And what I loved about Chapter 1, it did not feel like a fan film. You could tell the artisans crafting this, whether it be in front or behind the camera, knew what they were doing. And it's amazing to see what they did with the budget that they were given when they did the crowdfunding. Things that stood out to me with Chapter 1 were the sound design, the slow burn. These aren't like slash and dash horror fan films. These are slow burn fan films, much like the original Black Christmas. So they're sticking to that theme, which I love. And now that Chapter 2 is finally here, it's a fitting conclusion in my opinion. It wraps everything up pretty damn well. Again, keeping with the theme of slow burn, but keeping that suspense. But that suspense is amped up this time around. This film picks up right where Chapter 1 left off. We see that Sam is reunited with her grandma, Jess Bradford, who she thought was dead for the longest time. She's been locked up in the basement of the house, and it's up to them to stop Billy and Agnes. This fan film clocks in at 46 minutes, I think, and Chapter 1 was 40 odd minutes as well. And during that 46 minutes, everything flows pretty damn well. There are a few moments where they have to do a bit of exposition and just reminding the audience of what has happened in the past. The standout for me, Glenn Michael Grant as Detective Mike Henney. I love this sequence. Not only him, but also Lynn Griffin, which is cool because Lynn Griffin was in the original Black Christmas film. They were supposed to get Olivia Hussey in to play Jess Bradford, but for personal reasons, she couldn't make that a thing. Still though, to have Lynn Griffin, someone who was part of the original Black Christmas legacy in your fan film, that is incredible. And going back to the fact that I thought Chapter 1 did not look like a fan film, this still stays the same with Chapter 2. The cinematography, the sound design, the music. Music plays a big part in completing the look and feel of a film. And the music by, I have it here. I have a screenshot. I have receipts. Music by Thrill. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Not only that, Dave, because he's a voiceover actor, did a lot of the sound design. And then you can also hear moments of Dave's voice. And I'm like, that's McRae. But there are times when the score just gets so jarring and in your face with what's happening up on screen. It almost reminded me of Long Legs. It's just very in your face and makes you feel uncomfortable, but in the best way possible. You can obviously imagine how uncomfortable the characters are with what they're going through. I think if anything, the ending just felt a bit abrupt to me, but I also have to keep in mind that it's a 46-minute fan film. It's not an hour and a half. It's not 2 hours where they can pad things out a little bit more. I think if anything, I just wanted to see more because I got really invested with the climax because the way things were blocked, choreographed, it felt real. It felt legit. And this is by no means me blowing smoke up Dave or Bruce's asses. It's just, I felt like this is one of the gold standards for fan films and just the hard work that you put in there with your cast and your crew. The cinematography is brilliant, like I said. There's one particular sequence where Billy has a bit of a moment and he talks to himself. The use of blues and hiding Billy's face and just seeing his wispy gray hair, I loved it. So guys, I highly recommend checking out It's Me, Billy Chapter 2. Obviously, you should watch Black Christmas, It's Me, Billy Chapter 1, and then of course, It's Me, Billy Chapter 2. And it's also inspiring to see what you can do with a limited budget. I know Dave and Bruce raised a lot more money than Chapter 1, but give these guys a couple of million and their own concepts. Holy shit, I'd love to see what they could do. Also, this is how slow I am, but spot on casting for Victoria Miro. She's a spitting image to a young Olivia Hussey. Well done. Lisa Kovac, who stepped in to play Jess Bradford, I think she did a fine job. Again, like the performances are great, especially Glenn Michael Grant. I loved him. So a massive congrats to Bruce, Dave, the cast, the crew, everyone involved. You guys did an incredible job. And with that, I'm going to be giving It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 4 but days out of 5. If you know, you know. So with that being said, guys, which is a fan film that really stands out to you? I remember back in the day, Batman Dead End. Like, this is when I was in high school. That was pretty much the only real big fan film we had at the time, but holy shit, the inclusion of the Predator and Alien in a Batman film and looking legit? Hell yeah. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.